Do not see that, right? Why? Why, soldier? Okay, our DPS. Oh my god. Why am I not falling off the map though, Loki? Am I stuck? I think there's, yeah, there's just, okay. Hello boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video. Today's video is a weekly episode of Game Sense Wins. What we'd like to do in this series is help you out to improve and influence your game in a much more positive way. Not necessarily win, but help you out to get much more better match quality overall. You're going to learn how to do things, what to do based on the team comps, matchups, different situations, and different maps. Now, we have a great amount of heals, though I do say our DPS is a little bit vulnerable because they don't have a Mercy, but they do have, I guess, a Juno. If these two supports actually know how to aim, we are going to be really good. So, how do we make the most out of these two supports? These two supports really have two great ultimates, aggressive, and they have a really crazy healing potential. So, do I want to go Doom? I'm thinking about really three characters. Ram to either really just brawl it out and rush in, but I'm going to be leaving my DPS isolated if they have any sort of high ground control from the enemy team to deal with. Now, the safest way is always to start on D.Va, but I'm going to opt in for the Ram if I'm forced to switch off D.Va. If they if they have a pocket DPS, we're immediately going to go back to spawn and go D.Va. Yep, there's the Sojourn. Obviously, we're never going to really leave us any Sojourn unprotected. Uncontested Sojourn is one of the most diabolical and crazy broken DPS in the entire game. So you really need something to keep her in check. So, okay, they have the Doomfist here, which is not the worst thing for us. Okay, this Sojourn doesn't have her ability. She's caught, and she's dominated, eliminated, terminated, and assassinated. Now, great switch from us. We're going to ignore the Doom a little bit, go for the Zenyatta, pressure him a little bit. They do have the Life Heaver, so they have the pull potential, so we got to keep that in mind so we don't overextend any character. Okay, Discord is out. We can definitely push that. Okay, if he gets damaged, he actually cannot get pulled here. If there's any focus on the good sleep, just nade him and he's actually cooked and duped. Alright, we're gonna push the Zenyatta, even though he might get pulled. Alright, great switch from us. The Life Heaver is completely out of the fight for now. He does not want to deal with that. That's why they reset it, so which is pretty good. Now, anything I do from here and out is going to get pulled unless it gets one-shotted. Really good with that. We have the Widow. That's one of the things I love about Widow. She's kind of anti Life Weaver. Alright, so we made them switch to Hug. Obviously, they're not even going to get the chance to contest this point. Hopefully, at least, I'm going to boot them off, make sure that we're... Okay, that's the whole idea for me, because my spot is literally right there. The whole idea for me to do that is so I can confirm nobody touches point, and not only we did that, we also booped him off the map. So really well played by us. And now they don't have a tank, and we do have a tank. Actually, okay, that's a Kiriko, so I was going to bomb, but obviously we're not going to do that when there's Kiriko on the field. So I know there's somebody behind me. Okay, yeah, there. Okay, Suzu that? No Suzu? Okay, she's smart, but she asked to Suzu. Okay, I guess he doesn't want to. Okay, he's back on Doomfist. I like that nano, so we can pressure this guy, but it's gonna get pulled anyway, so it doesn't matter. I guess no pull from this guy. For some reason, she does not want a Suzu, and as long as that Suzu is present and available, we are not gonna bomb, and I don't think that she's being greedy for it. We're gonna drop the bomb here, actually, and he gets pulled to utter domination. All of that, our patience paid off. Now let's not be a plat tank and get demacked even though we won the fight. So absolutely amazing support and absolutely great game sense by us. Kiriko wanted to be greedy. She did not want to use her ultimate, her Suzu, even though she got naded, dominated, ulted, but she still doesn't want to. I was like, I'm not gonna pop my bomb as long as you have it, because she knew that I had it. That's why she was keeping it. But really well played by us. Okay, it's Cassidy over here. We're just waiting for the Juno ult, and then we're going to be aggressive. That's going to get pulled probably. He's very low. He needs to get... That's one of the reasons why we went D.Va, so we can just eat ults like that. And oh, she's 1 HP. I'm just waiting for the Juno ult, and then we will go in. So Doom is kind of going crazy in the backline. Gonna clip this guy, and then we're gonna rotate to high ground so Doom can now punch us. An absolutely great gameplay by us and great game sense. Now we have both support ults coming up here, so we're actually looking very good. You can punch me in, but I'm not gonna get D-mech. There's just no way in hell a Doom punch can D-mech me. So yeah, I'm just waiting for that, really. We're gonna go in with this one, why not? That's actually a good ult, caught us off guard. The Doom doesn't want to drop down for some reason. Oh, he's very low. I want to protect my Ana here so she can get to safety. For some reason, she doesn't want to get out, so... She thought she's dead, that's why she stopped playing, and then she was like, oh, there's a Matrix. Okay, they're opting in for the counter switch play, so we will play very aggressive here, and then we will bomb, and then we will switch. As long as I can get that Symmetra, we're actually winnable. Boys and girls, a crazy bomb is about to be in play here. The life people will definitely survive, but the other support will not. I mean, okay, I guess I'll take it the other way around. Alright, so who's in my backline here? Let's get that pylon first because we have no idea how crazy that pylon can be. I'm assuming she switched. No, she took it out. So, Symmetra. Okay, we're obviously going to switch her. We're not going to be able to play this character when Sim is just in the field because it's kind of diabolical to play Diva into Symmetra. Alright, so I'm thinking about going Hog or Ramattra. It's one of the two, but the thing is, I'm gonna surrender high ground. We'll see. I think one of the mistakes that we did last fight is like both my supports used both their ultimates at the same time. Oh my god, she was really low. But we are getting the heals though, so we are kind of withstanding all the damage. So maybe we can stay for a little bit. Overextending Doomfist. Do we have an A? Okay, we kept our supports alive. We're really in it. We're not even out of it. I don't think we can switch anytime soon because my supports are that much good. I guess we're playing for a bomb here as long as I don't get demeched, but the Symmetra demeched me an out of it error on my end. Okay, I don't think they know that I got triggered, so we should be fine. Okay, that might be actually a good play. Yeah, Nanoblade is really good against him. Unless he actually can reset his dash, but he unfortunately did not. Okay, we have our bomb, but the Symmetra has her shield, so I think my bomb will not get much value. So I'm gonna opt in for the Ramattra. Yeah, because I'll get much more value playing the Ram into her ultimate. So yeah, because if I stay Diva, I'll not get any value when she... when it comes to, because this fight is going to be all brawly, all in brawly mode, and when that happens, do not see that, right? Why soldier? Okay, our DPS. Oh my god, why am I not falling off the map though, Loki? Am I stuck? I think there's yeah, there's just okay. That was the worst than dying. Alright, so gotta have to go right here so we can, you know, get to the point quicker, but I think that's all she wrote, unfortunately. We kinda got stuck on the Diva because my supports kept me alive for a long time, and to be fair, my DPS... Wait, yeah. To be fair, my DPS also did not make any switches to deal with that. I don't know why we went Genji into that. I think a Pharah would have been much more better like option to deal with what the enemy team is throwing at your tank. Pharah, Reaper, like the enemy sorry, I had to burp there. That was embarrassing. Anyways, I really think that we should have... I mean, my DPS were doing fantastic the first one, but after that, when the enemy team tries to counter your tank, you gotta do something like Reaper, May, something like maybe even Moira from one of my supports to deal with the Symmetra, because really Symmetra and Doomfist is too much to counter, and yeah, we didn't really have stun for the Doom as well, but it's okay, we can definitely deal with it. Now the enemy team definitely are gonna go, they showed the fact that they can actually, they have the like they can and they will go Symmetra. Now you go Pharah. See, this guy, these people know what they go to, but unfortunately they just don't. So these guys know, they showed us that they will counter us if they will counter us with Symmetra if we show the Diva. So we're gonna play it safe. I'm gonna play Ram here. If they show, the only reason, and keep in mind, the only reason it's gonna make me go Diva here if they go Pharah. But other than that, Ram is good against practically anything that they can throw at me. Even if they throw at me with Bash and stuff like that, Ram is the safest pick because they have a Symmetra player in the team. That's how you have to think as a tank player. You have to pick a tank that susceptible. Like, you have to pick a tank that's, even if he gets countered, you know how to deal with. Like, I would rather deal with being countered as Ram than being countered as Diva, because being countered as Diva is usually, like, you're useless. You can't do anything. If they go something like Symmetra and Zarya, literally, there's really most of the time, there's just, really there's nothing you can do. You're gonna have to rely on your team. So, and I'm also good against Doom, so there's that. Let's try trying to take out the pylon. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Now they have high ground control. As long as my DPS can handle that, we will be fine. We're saving our ability every time for the Doomfist. Okay, let's take out the pylon. We can't really push that because Ana's looking. Fortunately, they took out my Ana, so... I just don't like the Juno here, honestly. I feel like anything other than Juno would be much, much, much better and beneficial to my team. A Mercy, a Moira. Yeah, there it is. We switched. That's pretty good. Okay, we messed up his ability. He can definitely die here. Okay, that was really close to killing him down, killing him, but it's okay. We have our... Yeah, the Juno's low-key throwing right now, unfortunately. The pylon. He's very 1 HP. Shoot. Good ultimate by us. Yeah, it's too much damage, but we did hold it long enough for my team so they can bob the point, which is pretty good. Okay, he's 1 HP! No, please get him! He's really low. Okay, good gameplay by us, honestly. I would love to go hog here, but I can't. They have an Ana and we don't have Kiriko, so Ram is again the safest pick. Wait, that didn't survive? That's really crazy. Okay, Ana killed us, which is pretty good. And the Doom died. Okay, so this is very stagger. Okay, we wasted the ultimate, so we kind of rewarded that stagger from the enemy team by wasting an ultimate. So, but now you see what's happening now. Because I swapped off the Diva, this guy can play Genji because they don't want to go Sim just to counter a Genji. You know, they don't want to get. They would go Sim to counter Genji and Diva, but they wouldn't go to do it. Okay, so that's why you also have to think about that. Like, I wish if my team thinks to me the way that I do to them, like, you know, but it's okay. We have the Juno ultimate now, even though she's died 8 times. Man, okay, so here's the thing. We will full hold them if my Juno survives, and we lose the entire game if she dies. All right. Oh, they will have. Okay, good ultimate. That's all I needed. Okay, really well played by us. Okay, well played by us, honestly. Utter domination, ladies. She's 1 HP! She's 1 HP again! Okay! Oh my god, we're popping, ladies! Okay, I don't think they can touch, can they? I don't think they can. Oh, Summer's gonna touch! Oh, this is not over yet, ladies! We have anything! Okay, we have Valkyrie, we have Bobson. Okay, that forced the ultimate out of me. No, the Mercy's dead! No! No, this is falling apart! Bob! No! She's out of the fight! Okay, Bob is here! Reinforcement has arrived! Let's go! That got way too hairy at the end there. That's Sombra switch! And boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you lock in the game while having the best stats throughout the entire lobby, highest damage in the entire lobby, highest elims in the entire lobby, lowest death in the entire lobby, and also highest damage mitigation. Literally the definition of clean tank gameplay. We did everything almost flawlessly, and we dealt with everything that the enemy team threw at us. We played to our strength when we played. We tried to avoid our weaknesses. That's what I say. Your tank pick matters. Now, the reason why Diva is practically, she's in top 3 best tanks in the entire in the entire game. But you have to think, for example, like I'm gonna give you guys a reason why your tank pick on defense matters. I know I'm gonna make the outro long, but it's really important to touch on that because that's the whole point of the series. I'm gonna give you guys a reason. If I start on defense if I start on Diva on defense, they will 1000% gonna counter me because their spawn is right there. All they gotta do is walk a few steps back, pick a counter to Diva, and then get out. If I go Doomfist for defense, they can go Sombra, Orisa. If I go something like Zarya, they will go something like Bastion, Sojourn, Reaper. There's nothing you can do to deal with that. But if you go something safe that you can deal with no matter what they throw at you, it's like you're always gonna pick the tank, like the less tank, like the better to deal with. Ramattra, if they go something like Sojourn, I can deal with. Zenyatta, which I think they played Zen at some point if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there it is. That's like, you have to pick a tank that you know how to deal, like the less, at least like the less toxic to get countered with. I don't know if it makes sense. Anyways, boys and girls, I enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for stopping. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did like the video, if you just got familiar, share with your friends. If you learned a thing or two, and we shall catch you guys all to the next one. Peace and bye.